From gathering to growing. Introduction. The discovery of fire was the major event in the Old Stone Age which changed early man's life. In the Mesolithic age, he made better tools from stone. But during both ages, he remained a gatherer of food and had to wander for food. Then, when did he start settled life? He started settled life in the New Stone Age. This age brought major changes in his life. The Old Stone Age lasted till 10,000 BC. Thereafter, the New Stone Age began. The Greek language neo means new, and lithos means stone. Hence, the term New Stone Age. The period of the New Stone Age or the Neolithic Age roughly extended from 8000 BC to 4000 BC. Some major developments in his life happened in this age. Let us see how his life changed during this age. Around 12,000 years ago, some major changes occurred in the climate of the world. The climatic conditions became relatively warm, which led to development of grasslands. Development of grasslands led to the increase in number of herbivorous animals like deer, antelope, goat, sheep, cattle, etc. The early man who hunted these animals now started following them to know about their food habits and their breeding seasons. This helped him to herd and rear these animals. Fishing also became important during this period. Another major change that happened during this time was agriculture.
Agriculture? How did he come to know about cultivation or agriculture?
Due to change in climate, several grain-bearing grasses, including wheat, barley and rice, grew naturally in different parts of the subcontinent, which gave the idea of agriculture to the early man. One day he observed, when seeds fell on the ground and received water, they grew into plants and bore grains. He felt happy because besides hunting and gathering, now he had another means of getting food, that is, growing crops or agriculture. This was a turning point in the life of early man, which changed a gatherer into a grower. Now he could produce his food. Rice, wheat and barley were the major crops grown by man during that period. Discovery of agriculture built the ground for settled life. For agriculture, he sowed the seeds, but plants, crops, etc. take some time to grow. So he had to stay a long time at the same place. Therefore he built small huts of bamboo and straw to live in. Most of these were built on river banks or near lakes. At the same time he learned to tame animals. Probably dog was the first animal he tamed. In the course of time he began to tame and domesticate other animals also, like sheep, goats, pigs, donkeys, horses and camels. These domesticated animals helped him a lot in many ways. Can you guess some?
Yes, these could give him fresh milk and meat and solve his food problem. These could also plow his field to grow food grains.
Right, dear. And at that time, these were the only medium to transport things from one place to another, till the invention of the wheel.
Wheel? Did the early man invent wheel? Was he an inventor?
Yes, he invented the wheel accidentally, as in the case of fire. Neolithic man's intelligence led him to invent the wheel. A round trunk of a felled tree might have given him this idea. When he cut the round trunk of wood, it might have rolled down a slope. Thus the idea of the wheel occurred to him. The invention of the wheel was one of the most important achievements of man in the Neolithic age. As a result, a wheeled cart appeared. It helped to move heavy loads from one place to another and made travel easier and comfortable. The wheel was also used for making beautiful pots, as well as for spinning and weaving. It also helped in the development of art and craft. He also needed something in order to store his food and other items. So he began to make pots from clay and dried them in the sun. But soon he found that these pots could be baked in fire and made stronger. Handmade pots were used for quite some time. Later he invented the potter's wheel to make better pots of different shapes and at a faster speed. He also developed the art of coloring, painting, and decorating these pots.
Great! It means now he became a creative man. And what about his tools, which he used in Old Stone Age? Did discovery of fire make any advancement in them also?
Although tools and weapons of even the Neolithic man were still made of stone, yet these were far better than the earlier ones. They were sharper in their edges. He had also learnt to polish his tools and weapons and provided wooden handles to these. Some new tools and weapons like the sickle, the bow, and the arrow were also developed in this age. With sickle he could harvest his crops. Handled axes helped him to develop carpentry. And yes, in the New Stone Age he learnt to use fire in a wider way. He could heat the earthenware to a certain degree in order to harden them for strength. He learnt to make small fire in an earthen bowl. This was probably the first lamp man developed to have light and warmth in his hut. He used animal fats in these lamps.
Oh, good! Now his life became better than earlier. He had hut, animals, grains, bowls, and lamps. Then when and how did he come to know about the metals?
He found metals at a later stage, which began after 4000 BC and is termed as Chalcolithic Age. Man was marching ahead on the journey of development. The next important discovery made by man was the discovery of metals. He found that nature had scattered metals all around him. Copper was the first metal he found and learnt to use it. So the period between 4000 BC and 2000 BC is called the Copper Age. In Greek language, the word chalkos means copper and lithos means stone. Thus, it is known as Chalcolithic Age. Next to copper, man discovered tin, zinc, and lead. So he learnt to mix copper with tin and zinc. This alloy was called bronze. It was harder than copper or tin. Mehergarh, living and dying. Mehergarh is located in a fertile plain of Pakistan, near the Bolan Pass, which is one of the most important routes into Iran. Mehergarh was probably one of the places where women and men learned to grow barley and wheat, and to rear sheep and goats for the first time. It is one of the earliest villages that we have known. Archaeologists who excavated the site found evidence of many kinds of animal bones from the earliest levels. These included bones of wild animals such as the deer and pig. In later levels, they found more bones of sheep and goat, and in still later levels, cattle bones are most common, suggesting that these were the animals which were generally kept by the people. Other finds at Mehergarh include remains of square or rectangular houses. The settlement was established with simple mud buildings with 4 internal subdivisions, some of which may have been used for storage. Numerous burials have been found at the site of Mehergarh. Many are with elaborate goods such as baskets, stone and bone tools, beads, bangles, pendants, and occasionally animal sacrifices, which show the belief of people in the next world. The Mehergarh site has the unique tradition of burying the dead, with the pitchers being used as the supporting material along the dead person's body. Ornaments of seashell, limestone, turquoise, lapis lazuli, sandstone, and polished copper have been found along with simple figurines of women and animals. During excavations, archaeologists discovered clay female figurines. Several of these statues are carved with necklaces and have their hand on their waist. Some have children on their laps. It is interesting to note that the male figurines have turbans, which are much like those worn by the inhabitants of Balochistan today. These turbans are not only found in Balochistan, they are still worn in the rural areas of Punjab. One of the most unique discoveries of the Mehergarh civilization is the first known origin of dental surgery and related medical activities in the area. This medicinal and different aspect of Mehergarh shows the great innovative and developmental level of the people of the area about 9,000 years ago.